lovelies and welcome back. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the whole world. Okay, actually, my dog. I don't know if I can say people, but she's literally one of my best friends. Such a diva, maybe the biggest. Oh, the light is almost falling off. Maybe the biggest diva that I know ever. Okay, so on the topic of divas, I wanted to talk about friendships. I think there's nothing as gentle and loving and nurturing than the community of girls that just looks out for each other and takes care of each other. I'm blessed enough to have like one-on-one friendships where it's like just me and that person, but also to have groups where we all love each other in the same intensity and take care of each other. But everything exists with duality. On the flip side of all of this beauty and all this care and all this nurture, there is also some things that I think are important to know. That is jealousy, projection, and envy. I've always been surrounded by lots of women, and I've come to have many female relationships that were really detrimental to my mental well being. And I just think it's very profound for us to truly look at the impact that the people around us can have in our day to day life. I know that there was times where I had some really like poisonous people around me, and the hate that they like disseminated in my garden, the little weeds that they planted, if I didn't have like the structure, and when I didn't have the structure, ended up growing into things that really did damage me and like the outcome of my current reality. I think one of the biggest red flags for me and one of the biggest things that I don't tolerate in relationships is people that purposely try to hurt you and put you down because they feel down. People that don't cheer for you when you're succeeding. I feel really deeply about this because when my friends succeed, I personally feel like I'm succeeding right alongside with them. And when they fail, it saddens me just as much. The duality of that, on the flip side, I get to celebrate my friends' victories in a very intense, beautiful way, and to applaud them and to be alongside them and to vibrate all that love and that joyfulness for them. And I have honestly the biggest honor to have such amazing friends that are doing such amazing things in the world, and it's just such a blessing and honestly just a dream come true to have these friends. I know that for a long while I used to pray to find a community of people that I loved and cherished so much and that were truly connected with me on like a soul level. Like I feel like I found so many of my soul sisters, and I don't know, I just feel like my soul is like rejoiced spending time with them. But I know that there was a time where things weren't like that. And I still have, I wouldn't say like friendships like this nowadays, but I still have moments in my life where I encounter people that treat me like I used to get treated in the past by some of my like quote unquote mean girl friendships. I think there's something very important to be said about knowing when to walk away. I have like a very big wound with people close to me trying to put me down. There's an aspect of when people put you down that is so much sadder. I know that it says so much about how the person is feeling about themselves and all of the insecurities and all of like the sorrow they carry. But I think it's truly important for us as human beings to take note of what we're willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept in friendships and everything. I used to be the kind of person that used to believe that like friendships were always amazing and always beautiful and always like serene and loving. And I really got to experience like both sides of everything. Friendships are like a constant like dedication and a constant everybody trying their best to truly evolve together and to take care of each other in like a beautiful way, but also taking care of themselves. There's moments in friendships where we can offer more, and there's moments in friendships where we receive more. And friendships really go through their trials and tribulations. I've had friends that I was like super close with for months, Guys, honestly, like I love my dog more than anything, but she's really overstimulating me to the point where like I want to cry. I've taken her on 2 walks. She's been crying the whole morning. I've taken her on 2 walks. I was FaceTiming with my sister and then she like crawled on my lap. She like my apartment is small, so I feel really bad and I take her on like really long walks. But I took her on like a 40-minute walk in the rain like 2 hours ago. And she's already like not satisfied. She's already like really annoyed. And I feel bad because I know that she has a lot of energy to get out, but I have so much stuff to do. I'm like, I want to cry. I want to cry. I just want to drop her off at her grandparents' house while I like deal with my life. But my parents are in Argentina, and my dog is like, please, let's go on a walk. I know you want to. I love that she's like really like luminous right now. She's having her moment. I don't know. Sometimes I just get really sad. I feel like this is gonna be like really vulnerable of me, but sometimes I feel like people don't believe in me. Like people don't. Like I have some friends that I know that would be so ecstatic if all of my dreams came true, and I feel like I have some friends that are low key on the sidelines, like not too many. I feel like one or two that are low key on the sidelines, like cheering for the stuff to go wrong. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy to say, but I feel like I was gonna blind herself with the light. I feel like there's some people that like it's not like that they're like bad people and they don't want you to succeed. Just I feel like it's a constant like competition for them or like a constant like comparison. I know that nowadays it's like so much comparison in all cases, but I feel like I don't know. A sense in like women nowadays that it's like sometimes people see you more as like a competitor than like you know what, like I'm the main character of my story and then there's like the other characters that are like more in some seasons and like less in some other ones and are like coming and going. I feel like people sometimes see us as like opposing series that are competing with each other instead of like we're part of each other's series and we're cheering each other on, if like that made sense. And that just makes me so sad because I don't know, sometimes like you think that the person has like the most purest intentions, but they're actually there right beside you while you're sharing like your deepest secrets and dreams and cheering for them not to work out. I feel like it's crazy like when you say something exciting that has happened in your life to someone and their face just drops like, and I feel like all these people that feel this way, like if we're like competing against them, they have a tendency of putting you down every opportunity that they get and making you feel all sorts of bad. What I want to get out with this is that there's friendships that are worth cultivating, and there's friendships that, as much as you don't want to believe it, they will be detrimental to your mental, physical, and even financial health. To have someone very close to you cheering for your downfall and putting you down when you start sharing things about your dreams and your journey, that is so detrimental to your fundamental success. I know that we like to believe like, oh no, like I'm just friends with her and she's like a little bit insecure, everything is fine. But every little like jab that the person takes towards you, at you, or like near you, trying to hurt you, they go leaving various scars. And throughout the years of so many attempts to like cut you, to damage you, to put you down, it takes a toll, physically, mentally, and energetically. I know that we think that, oh, it's okay, and like, oh, like, she's trying her best, and sometimes people are trying their best, and it is okay, just doesn't mean that it has to keep happening to you. Lately, I've walked away from one of my closest friends, and I've realized how detrimental it was for me to be in that relationship. When people show you who they are, believe them. Imagine you in your happiest moments doing something that you like dream of doing, and having so many people there that are cheering for you, that are happy for you, and like the energy that they're emanating towards you and towards that dream and towards that situation. And then think about on the flip side, having people there that are envious and jealous and wish that it hadn't worked out, and the energy that they're emanating towards your dream and towards you and towards that room, like the darkness and like the density of the energy in comparison to like the light and like the rainbow of the other energy. And how if you had maybe like one bad intention person, it won't make that big of a dent, but if that person is like your mom or your husband or like your best friend, the detriment that that can have towards how you look at things is tremendous. I know that one of my best friends, there was moments where we were like a trio, and there was like one of them that kept always bringing me up, and when I didn't believe in myself, she always kept incentivizing me and telling me like, don't give up, like you can do this, like I can it all working out, and I can see your dreams coming true, like don't stop because I truly believe in you, and kept pushing me as much as I have like the discipline and like the will to keep going. In the moments where it was like a little harder to believe, she gave me the boost that I needed. And on the other side, I had one of my friends, and I was like, sometimes in like my most excited and like beautiful moments, just truly thrilled to be like that, like in love with my dream and going after it, and just got so like put down and judged and criticized. The difference that that had, like someone that saw me at some of my lowest points and like built me up, and someone that got me at some of like my best moments and like tried to put me down. I don't know, I think that's something that we have to truly watch out for and have people in our lives that will be like that friend of mine that brought me up when I needed and that took care of me when I needed and that loved me for who I was independently of the moment that we were in. Obviously, like a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of comparison is totally fine. It's like if I wanted to get pregnant and I've been trying for years and one of my friends gets pregnant, obviously there's a thing of like, oh my god, like I'm so happy for you, but I can't help but be a little sad that I'm not being able to get pregnant, and that is completely normal. What isn't normal is for you to then show up for your friend that did get pregnant and try to like rain on their parade. I feel like that's like the fine line of like it's okay to have these feelings. Sometimes our friends are more successful in relationships and career and lifestyle and family relationships, and we see it, we admire it, we desire it. But it's different for you to have like a desire towards something than for you to completely try to tear someone down because they have something that you don't and that you would want. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are surrounded by bad weeds. People that are planting bad seeds in their garden and watering them with hate, envy, with jealousy, with negativity, and are kind of praying for your downfall. As bizarre and as just honestly depressing as that seems, I think it happens more often than we can imagine. And I know that it's happened to me many times before when I didn't want to believe it. And then when I stopped being friends with that person and I realized the true impact that having someone like that beside you has on your life, energetically and emotionally. And how, as much as you might love that person, it's necessary to love yourself more and to choose to walk away. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Kisses. Bye.